This video will talk you through how to set up a one-to-one meeting with your employee, as well as creating a one-to-one agenda using our WeThrive IntelliAgenda function. Firstly, we will run through how to set up a one-to-one. Once you have received your employee's performance review responses, the next step is to set up a one-to-one with your employee to discuss their performance. To do this, you will need to go to the Reviews tab, then from the drop-down, click the one-to-one agendas and then Create New Agenda. You will then be prompted to enter the details for a one-to-one, so a title, a description is optional, then select the employee you're inviting to the one-to-one and the date and time of the meeting. Click Save and then you will be taken to the next page where you can create the agenda for your one-to-one meeting. At this point, you can either begin to create the agenda or click back and return to this at a later time. If you are ready to invite your employee to the one-to-one, you can select Save and Send Invite, which will inform them via email that the one-to-one has been scheduled, and then you can either return to the agenda to continue editing or choose to edit it later. Now we will go through the steps for creating an agenda for your meeting using our IntelliAgenda function. If your employee has their own WeThrive login, they will also be able to log in to add items and comments to the agenda. Firstly, you want to go to the Reviews tab, then from the drop-down, click One-to-One Agendas. Find the agenda that you would like to access and click Edit. On the left-hand side, you will be able to see the employee's performance review answers, engagement survey results, and any goals that they may have set for themselves. You can choose to add in specific elements from these, and this will then populate these elements of your one-to-one agenda. For example, if you want to add in questions from the performance review questionnaire to discuss, we can add these in using the plus button and they move over to the right-hand side of the page. The same with their engagement survey results. If the survey has been completed anonymously, you will be able to see team average results, and if the survey was completed non-anonymously, you will be able to see the employee's individual results. You can select sections from the engagement survey to discuss at the meeting by adding them using the plus button. If you want to discuss any of the employee's goals or OKRs and how they're progressing with them, select the goal or OKR you want to discuss and move these into the agenda using the plus button. You can add custom agenda items and comments throughout the agenda to outline what you want to discuss at the meeting. Finally, you can fill out a talent snapshot for your employee to evaluate if they're performing in line with expectations based on a series of categories and assessing areas such as salary and progression. This is visible only to yourself as a manager. The employee will not be able to see this if they edit the agenda. Scroll to the bottom of the agenda and click Save and Send Invite if you haven't already sent the invite to the employee. This will send them an email to notify them that you have invited them to a one-to-one meeting, and if they have a login, they will be able to log in and add items to the agenda. Once you have had your meeting, you can add in any final comments, any goals, or next steps for you both on the back of the conversation, and then once you have finished adding to the agenda, it can be saved as read-only, where no further edits can be made. The read-only version will be stored on the main one-to-one agenda page. You can use the search filters to search for all agendas for a particular employee if you want to look back on notes from a previous one-to-one conversation.